Antidifferentiation. I don't think this word has enough letters in it. By substitution.
Ooh, 19 letters. Nice.
Alright, so y'all already have all the notes. So that's beautiful. So as you've maybe noticed, these are indefinite integrals, meaning that they don't have any restraints on them as to where they are. So every indefinite integral has a plus c at the end of it. You don't ever want to forget that. So, just jumping right in the deep end, the integral of x to the negative 2 dx. So, I want to find the antiderivative of this. Also, the iPad was glitching on me last period while I was just we were watching the AP videos, but anyways, and it was glitching on me, so we may have a glitch like we did yesterday. We'll see what happens. All right, so I need to add 1 to the exponent here, so that means this will be x to the negative 1. And then if I take the derivative of this is just my mindset, this would be negative x to the negative 2. But I need this to be a positive x, so what do I need to do? Put a negative in front, and then plus c. Huh? I thought you said I already did, and I was like, what?
Okay.
I was
already did what?
I was like, you already solved the problem? Okay.
I guess.
All right, 4.
I guess that was true, too.
The integral of dt over t squared plus 1.
1 moment.
So with this one, I would say, if you see it, I don't necessarily have to rewrite them anymore, but if you don't notice it, obviously dt is on top. Normally it's at the end, so if you want to rewrite this as 1 over t squared plus 1 dt, you can, but you don't have to. So what is the 1 over t squared plus 1 the derivative of?
You got this, Virginia.
I gotta think about it. Is it all together? The t squared plus 1?
Yeah, this piece is 1 unit. This is the derivative of something.
Yeah, Virginia. Didn't you know this?
Well, the way I did. Wait, I gotta add 1, so I make it 0.
I almost had water coming out of my nose.
This is a special thing.
Wait, no, I don't know.
Why are you like, oh?
Okay, it's an inverse.
I know this one. Hold on. Wait.
Do you really?
It's the negative, that thing. Inverse tangent. Inverse.
The inverse tangent of t plus c.
If it was an x, I would have known that.
I wanted you to figure that out.
When she goes, okay, well, it's a negative 1, so it would be a 0. I was like, what? I was like, I don't even know where she's coming from with that.
I was taking 1 away.
Yeah, I was.
From what?
I was just waiting for her to get done because, I already had it, but I wanted her to figure it out.
Yeah, you're lying.
No, I had it.
This is why we will at some point have an anti-derivatives quiz as well. So we had a derivatives question on our quiz. At some point we're going to have an anti-derivatives one where I'm going to give you all the anti-derivatives or all of the integral of their derivatives, and you have to figure out what the function was. So just be aware that is coming. It could potentially come up as a surprise, or it may be well known.
Well, why would it be tomorrow? I won't be here for this class.
Well,
Why would you make
It
them
could
stop
be
and
a
do that all
pop
on
quiz.
their
It could be known. So I'm telling you so you can start studying them now.
own? Have a timer. They give you that kind of thing all on your phone without me here to support you.
Yeah, thanks.
It's on April 1st.
I think I'm the what? I think I'm the one who needs the quiz. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But we could like plan to take it on Friday and not tell Josh.
Yes, give me all the stuff
Okay.
to study.
We'll do a practice tomorrow, Virginia. I'll
Yeah.
put them all on the board and have you work them.
Yes. And then I'll like jump ahead.
And I'll be like, Josh, just go over these. I know you already know them. Just kidding.
I'll be like a whole
Just
class
kidding.
period. It's fine.
Oh,
I
all right.
get it.
The integral of 2e to the x plus secant of x tangent of x minus the square root of x dx. Now, when I have a problem like this, my integral rules, the same thing that was applied for definite integrals, works for these as well. I could break these all up into their own individual integrals, but I don't need to. I don't usually do that unless people are just really struggling to see what's going on. I don't think that's going to be a problem for y'all. So, I just want the antiderivative of 2e to the x for the moment. I'm just going to work piece by piece. So, what's the antiderivative of this? This one should be nice and easy.
2e to the x. Yes.
I think we had that one yesterday, didn't we, Josh?
That's the only reason I did.
I was like, I think we had this one yesterday, like almost exactly.
Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't. What are you doing with your feet?
I don't know.
I wasn't exactly sure.
Getting my
'cause,
steps
like,
in.
Like I was just thinking, where's the 2 come from? So I let Virginia take that one because I genuinely wasn't sure.
Look at that, Virginia.
I took one.
So clearly Josh needs work on those ones.
Yeah, you need some work on those.
All right. What is the antiderivative of secant of x tangent of x?
Secant of x.
So plus secant of x. And what about negative square root of x? If we need to, we can think about this as negative x to the 1/2.
I'm gonna call it
Negative 3 halves square root of x. Wait.
negative 2/3 x to the 3
Oh,
halves.
darn it.
Yep. Add 1 to the exponent and then figure out what do I need to multiply by to get a negative 1 in front.
Let's see.
There we go. I was waiting for it.
I was low-key waiting for you to write it. You know, just waiting, hopefully waiting long enough to get a cookie put in my minutes.
No, y'all gotta figure these out. You gotta remember that plus C at the end yourself.
Oh, man.
All right, that was the first section. Now, use differentiation to verify the antiderivative. These aren't as bad as you might think they're gonna be.
Yeah.
All right. 8. The integral of the cosecant of u cotangent of u du equals minus the cosecant of u plus c.
Is this like one of those ones where we keep the right side the same?
Yes, but in this case, we're actually going to be keeping the left side the same.
Oh.
We're trying to, basically, they've said that the antiderivative of this is this. Now they want us to take the derivative of this.
They're switching it up on us.
So this comes down. So what's the derivative of minus cosecant of u?
I'm gonna say cosecant of u cotangent of u.
Yep. Now, technically, the derivative of cosecant is minus cosecant cotangent. So if we wanted to technically do this, we could do it this way and then show it if we were so inclined. But
I wasn't, but I am now.
Yeah, because I might
Because
forget.
you did it.
they're not going to, require you to verify them like this on the AP exam. So
Sounds good.
don't really have to worry about that. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm just literally just rewriting everything. It's so dumb. So jumping down, in exercise 13 to 16, verify that, Josh is going to like this one, the integral
What number is it?
f of u du
Oh.
equals, or is not equal to,
That says voodoo.
the integral of f of u dx.
I was gonna say
I'm
that,
not
but I feel
gonna-
like it would have sounded.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
I'm
would
not
have sounded
gonna-
like I was cussing in German or something. Wait, what that face?
Like, I'm going to Oktoberfest. We head to the fest house. I mean,
The fest house.
BRB.
Be right back.
Good times, good times. Okay.
Oh, that was just like an overall thing for the problems.
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was the problem. I was like, I don't know where to go.
No. So 14 is f of u equals u squared and u equals x to the 5th. Trying to like piece together what this said. Oh, okay. I track what we're doing. Okay, so
I
we
know.
take the integral of u squared du, because f of u du,
Mhm.
is equal to what?
I was just about to say that.
I'm
I didn't.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you didn't.
So now I plug u back in. So this is 1/3
Plug
u squared. Wait. Yeah. U squared cubed. No.
X squared. I mean,
X to
X
the-
Yes. I was like, hold up. I was like, something is not right. I was like, what am I plugging in right now?
You're supposed to be plugging in what u is equal to, not what f is equal to.
Yes, I'm tracking now. So this is then 1/3 x to the 15th plus c. Now, that's just this first part. The second part is the integral of. You good?
Nah, bro.
I hate music. I hate it going
I was about to do the thing from the last musical. Chill, bro.
I forgot about that.
Alright, u squared dx now. That means I'm taking the antiderivative with respect to
R.
x. So I'm
No,
gonna
I totally think it's R.
plug in x from the start. So x to the 5th squared. Put the integral back. Dx. This is the integral of x to the 10th dx, which is what?
1/11x plus c.
Girl, what?
What?
You missed the x to the 11th.
You just said x.
Oh, what?
I knew what you meant. So these things are not equal. So we've proven our point. Again, not something they're inclined to tell you to do on the AP exam. Next stuff, however, is something they could have us
So-
doing.
So, why aren't they equal?
Because this one's equal to 1/3 x to the 15th,
Right,
and this
right,
one's
I-
1/11 x to the
A little
11th.
different.
I was kind of hoping you would look a little deeper into it, like.
Because this one's with respect to u, and this is with respect to x.
Yeah.
It's leaning into showing you what U substitution is. And why you have to watch what you're doing with U substitution. This is like a prereq for what we're about to do, basically.
What, like the next problems? Okay. I agree with your assessment.
Use the indicated substitution to evaluate the integral. It says to confirm the answer by differentiation. We're not doing that because it's literally just doing this and it's just pointless.
Can we, like, delete that?
Pretty much are. Okay, 18. We have the integral of x cosine of 2x squared dx in u is equal to 2x squared. So typically they're not going to tell you what u is. We're trying to figure that out. And very similarly to back when we were doing u substitution with actually taking derivatives, we often, or like when we're doing like a chain rule, however you want to look at it, it's typically like what's in parentheses or something that is like maybe a trig function that's being like written a different way, things like that, or like a trig function squared times another trig function, like it's going to be one of them. And so we're looking for things that's like, okay, what do I not know? Like right now this is a chain rule problem, right? Because I have that 2x squared inside. Obviously I'm taking the antiderivative, so it's a little bit different, but it'll make more sense as we go, and that's why we're going to do a lot of these examples. But we're trying to pick a u that I also know the derivative of. So I can easily find the derivative of this. So what is the derivative of u? Because that's always going to be my first thing. 4x.
So do we just call that du?
Yes, because I'm putting the dx on this side.
Ah.
So it's technically du dx equals 4x multiplied by dx, but I always just skip that step and just go ahead and write dx over here.
Makes sense.
Now, do I have a 4x in this problem?
Nope.
No, but I do just have an x, correct? So what I do then is I'm going to divide by whatever, or multiply as the case may be on each problem. I'm going to multiply or divide by whatever is being multiplied by x in this current situation. So this is going to be 1/4 du equals x dx. Now, do I have x dx in this problem?
Yep.
They don't have to be touching, but yes, I do. So now, when I rewrite this, remember that constants can always be put in front of my integral. So this is going to become 1/4 the integral of cosine of u times du. Because du is x dx. So now this is something that I do know the antiderivative of.
Let's go, Sudu.
So what is the antiderivative of the cosine of u?
Sine
What's the derivative of sine?
of cosine.
So negative.
Wait, why would it be negative?
Nope, it's just wrong on my paper. Disregard what I was about to say. So 1/4 sine of u.
So is that an anti-cookie point for you?
Sure. Why do I have a negative sign on here? It's so weird. Like, the book clearly has that it's positive. I don't know why I have that it's negative, but just whatever.
Anti-differentiation.
Now, we're not done yet. My chair was stuck. We're not done yet. What do I need to do?
Plug in for you.
Yep, I need to plug back in. So this is 1/4 sine of 2x squared plus c. And now I'm done. So these first ones where they're telling us what u is are really, really nice. So we want to pay attention and think about why they're choosing that. So then when we get to the ones where we have to choose it for ourselves, we have a better understanding of why we're choosing what we're choosing. And the section that we're skipping because you don't do it in basically Calc 1 is if we have two things that have to be substituted.
So what letter would we use if we're already using U?
V. Because those are not letters that are typically used in a problem to begin with. Which is why. Anyways, that's a problem for Calc 2. Literally and figuratively. 20. The antiderivative, or the integral. Why did I say antiderivative?
I was like, I don't know how to draw that.
Weird, okay. Anyways, 28.
So would you put like
just-
the prime in front of it?
Glitched. What?
Would you put the prime in front of it instead of like...
I was like,
I
what?
don't know. Times 7x minus 2 cubed dx. We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. I'm not going to tell you what u is yet. The problem does tell you what u is, but what do you think might be u?
I want to call it 7x minus 2.
I do too.
And then the cube.
Not the cubed.
Oh.
Just the 7x minus 2.
Well, I think I know what 7 cubed is.
Now, the other thing that I could do at this point, so obviously they've told us this, but I just wanted to see if we could start to pick it out. I can take this 28 and put it out front. So that's probably what I would do ultimately first, because that way I don't have to worry about that in regards to anything else. So now, du is what?
70x.
7 times dx. He's being annoying.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing?
So now, is there a 7? I'm going to be careful how I say this. Is there a 7 that's not already part of u?
No.
No. So I'm going to divide by 7. So 1/7 du equals dx. So now this 1/7 will go out here in front. So I'm going to end up with 28 over 7 out front.
Isn't that just 4?
Well, yes. I'm just writing what it would look like in case it wasn't something they canceled like that. And then this would be u cubed du. So yes, this is 4.
Thank you.
What's the antiderivative of this?
1/4 u to the 4th.
Plus C.
Plus c. Isn't that just 1, Josh?
Waiting for his.
No, I think it's 25 over 25.
Alright, so this stuff then would cancel, and I would just replace, and so I would have 7x minus 2 to the 4th plus c.
I think 7 cubed is like 343.
It is.
Yeah.
It's one of the very random ones that I happen to know off the top of my head.
I thought for sure you would have known that one.
Nope, I did know that one because it comes up in Algebra 1 an insane amount. Like, I don't know why, but that number in particular gets cubed a lot.
I think 8 cubed is like 512. I know 9 cubed is 729.
Speaking of Algebra 1, I keep getting your Algebra 1 videos suggested on my YouTube. I get like notifications saying we think you might like this.
You would be so bored. I get bored sometimes. All right, this
At least
one,
you have fun with us.
it's the integral of 9 r squared dr over the square root of 1 minus r cubed.
I should think before I speak next time.
U is 1 minus r cubed. We'll put it this way. Y'all will be very missed.
I will miss it too.
You're gonna miss the geniuses.
Speak for yourself.
Y'all have probably been like some of my most fun I would say.
Aww.
Like, because y'all actually, like, interact.
And I'm just like, awkward.
Somebody asked me the other day, they said, what's your favorite class? And I was like, I said, to teach or, like, of people? And they were like, well, both. And I was like, Algebra 2, Trig, or Pre-Cal would be, like, my two favorites to teach. And then I said, but my favorite group of kids are my calculus and physics kids.
Yay. Poor Chris.
Well, okay. But, like, I don't have him as much. Like, I have y'all, like, all day
Yeah.
long.
But does Chris really subtract from that class so much?
Chris just kind of pops in. He's just like a.
He just exists.
He's just a little funny character.
He's just a character.
So are you, Josh. So are you.
Aw, thanks.
Okay. What is DU?
Let me think.
And choose wisely.
Wait. What? Oh yeah, I forgot we're finding the. I'm just so used to
Yeah,
finding the
it's the
anti
regular
one now.
version. Girl, what? No, you ain't.
I'm used to attempting it.
Okay, maybe attempting it, but.
Alright, so do I have a negative 3r squared dr in this problem? No. But I do have what?
You have a positive 9r squared dr.
So the r squared will stay. I'm going to move this negative 3 over. So negative 1 over 3 du equals r squared dr. And when I rewrite this, I'm going to take this 9 from up here out and put it out front because it's just a constant. So this will become 9 over negative 3. Josh, you want to take that? Negative 3.
I'm holding back right now.
So then this becomes essentially 1 over the square root of u du. Now, I could rewrite this as what? This part.
One moment, please.
I'm not looking for the antiderivative. I'm looking for how to rewrite it.
You the 1/2.
Yes.
Well,
All right, so now I can take the antiderivative, which would be what?
So we already have our negative 3 there. So I'm gonna say that would be 2u to the 1/2 plus c.
Checking it back to make sure. Because I was initially adding and going to 3 halves, and then I was like, wait, no, it's negative 1/2. Add 1 is 1/2. All right, so
Yeah, I'm
now
worried there.
that gives me negative 6, and then in parentheses 1 minus r cubed to the 1/2 plus c. It's fine if you want to leave it here, or you can go to negative 6 times the square root of 1 minus r cubed plus c. Either of these would be fine. If it's a multiple choice question, obviously they're going to pick one or the other, but y'all are familiar enough with what's happening that shouldn't be an issue.
just to make, how did you get like to the 1 over the square root of u? That's so fast.
Up here,
Mm-hmm.
so I took out the 9 first, which normally I would do that before we ever start, like, but anyways, it's fine if you like wait and do it. And then the r squared dr was du.
Okay.
And then I took out the negative 1/3, so I put the negative 3 on the bottom.
Okay.
And so then this was just basically du on top over the square root of u, which was 1 minus r cubed. Hardy har har. 24.
I forgot I don't have any more paper in this binder.
RFP. The integral of 8
Why so aggressive?
times y to the 4th plus 4y squared
Like you sound
plus
like you were angry
1
at it.
squared times y cubed plus 2y dy.
Okay, yeah, I understand why you would do this one. I would
Now,
too.
this is the last problem that they give us u for. So I want to see if we can figure out what u should be in this one. You've pretty much got 2 options.
The one with the squared after it.
Yes, everything in here. So y to the 4th plus 4y squared plus 1.
Makes sense to me.
So what is du?
That would be 4y cubed plus 8y d. What is it?
Whatever the variable is here.
Oh, dy.
Looks like I made a swastika.
Oh.
No, did you?
Mommy draws those every day.
It's not.
Did
it's
you see it?
simple. I saw something over there.
I was like, oh dear.
Blame it on the pencil.
All right, now, do I have 4y cubed plus 8y?
Should we put that in parentheses?
I mean, technically, yes.
Okay, I'm doing that.
But I just know what it is, so I didn't. But if it would make you happy, I will do it.
I don't know if the AP grade.
Well, yes, if you are going to write this on like a short answer question, this is not inclined to be a short answer question, though.
Yeah, but they probably wouldn't know what it's supposed to be.
Well, no, I would agree with that.
Even though they're like apparently smart enough to be grading AP stuff.
So, this does not look like this. But is there something I can do to make it look like that?
I mean, it totally looks like it.
Take out a 4. So du equals 4 times y cubed plus, I was about to write 8y, 2y dy. Now I can divide by 4.
Not gonna lie, I would have just divided by 4,
Well,
like, before taking it out. It just would have jumped over.
so now I have that. So when I rewrite this, I'm going to take out the 8 and put it over the 4 from this du. So this is going to be 8 over 4 integral of u du. U squared du. All right, so then what's the antiderivative of this one? Obviously the front 8 over 4 becomes 2, but
1/3 u plus c
cubed.
Cute. I always forget that.
Did you
Well,
write it?
I promise it's in my mind.
Did you at least write it?
No, I was too busy saying
You
it.
didn't write anything?
It's in her mind, but it doesn't come out the mouth.
Normally, I try to write them before I say them.
Well,
You know,
I was trying to
It just
be
makes sense.
productive.
it's more productive to write it down. You know, so you know what you're trying to say.
All right, so this is 2/3. I'm going to go ahead and replace u. So y to the
How dare
4th
you
plus
replace me.
4y squared plus 1 cubed plus c. Man.
Oh goodness. Poor thing got mutilated.
I fixed it. All right. Here we go.
How many lines do you think this one will take?
Counting the problem statement, 4.
Okay.
We're doing double calculus today, right?
Since we won't do calculus tomorrow. I originally was in debate because I thought they were going to be in class for like a little bit, but now they're not. So I would rather do that. And it's easier to miss physics probably than it is to miss calculus. So
Yeah. He's a little tired.
I'm a bit sleepy.
26. The integral of secant squared of x plus 2 dx.
That's not how you write secant. I literally wrote CE.
Oh.
I thought you wrote.
I thought he wrote something else. I thought you forgot a letter.
Like, we get it. Don't
No,
worry.
I just wrote CE.
I almost did that on the Algebra 2 quiz today. Like, as the problem.
Can you imagine? You were just
I was like, well, I ended up with,
That's
instead
not-
of writing cosecant squared of x for one of the Pythagorean identities, like, it wasn't, like, in a problem, I ended up writing cosecant to the x and just left it, and they were all like, what are we doing? I don't They were, like, panicking, and finally somebody came and said, I don't think this is right.
Like, you know what's the worst when you do that, but then it actually is right, and they're like, no, it's correct. I'm like, oh.
I was like, I promise, guys, that I thought I caught all this stuff. Because I went back through and looked at them, but I guess I missed that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not the right class for that kind of secant.
All right, so what do we think you should be here?
X plus 2. Yes.
I was trying to say that, but no sounds.
So what is DU?
1dx.
1dx.
Yep. I usually just write DX if that happens.
Bruh.
So now,
Just like get rid of that one. So it's the same one.
the integral of secant squared of u du. What's the antiderivative of secant squared? Tangent of u plus c.
That says Tanuk.
And then we replace tangent of x plus 2 plus c.
That one was really easy.
Yeah.
That's all there was for that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of a sudden she's like, B. Part B. No.
This might be our last one for right now. The integral of the secant of theta plus pi over 2 times the tangent of theta plus pi over 2 d theta.
Weren't these like things that we memorized?
Similar. They were co-function identities, I think is what they're called. But they were pi over 2 minus theta. So almost, but not quite.
So you're saying we don't go the opposite direction? You're saying never.
So what would you be in this case?
Theta plus pi over 2.
Yep, theta plus pi over 2. So d theta, not d theta, du is
1/2 pi.
D theta.
D theta. Wait, what?
Pi
is a number.
is a constant.
Wait.
This is just a constant. Theta's a variable.
Yeah, Virginia. I can't believe you forgot that.
So it's
That
pretty
looks
much
like
just
it says doo-doo.
it's pretty much a 1 in front of that, right?
Yeah.
Because of the-
It's basically just 1 d theta.
What?
It says doo-doo.
Alright, secant of u, tangent of u,
And I did it again.
du. At least it was you this time.
About doo-doo. Like, he was still going on.
I wrote CE again. You can't even. So fun trying to say those. I love it when math has vowels and a few consonants, because then you can try to say it like it's a word.
Alright, what is this?
I'm already done with the problem.
You are the problem.
That is secant of u plus c.
And then we replace, this is the secant of theta plus pi over 2 plus c. So when we come back in 50 minutes, we'll pick up on number 30.